Welcome back to the Subs Fantasy Football Show. It's Calvin and Corbin. Man, our teeth look super white in these cameras.
My teeth are super white. Also, why do you have a yellow extension cord in the background? Very unprofessional of you.
Yeah, I know. Don't look over there. Don't look.
You get a sponsorship from Prime?
Yeah, I wish. That'd be sweet. I reviewed all the primes. Have you had one before?
No.
Oh wow, they'll probably be in something NFL this year. I'm guessing. They had a Super Bowl commercial last year.
Um. Anyways, so
He just didn't respond to that. All right, we're back with our. You don't have our last rankings, do you? Since you're in
yeah,
the
I do.
new. Oh, you do. Okay, yeah. You want to recap our 12 through 10 quarterbacks?
Yep. So for you, you have Dallas 12th, Seattle 11th, Miami 10th, and then you talked briefly about having Chicago 8th. Um,
Ninth.
for me, I've got Dallas 12th, Miami 11th, Seattle 10th. Oh, wait, that's not true. Almost
Right.
screwed that up because we're talking about quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, I was confused.
So,
Wait, because that actually was the order of my quarterbacks as well. Was the
yep.
was that?
Yeah, I switched to the wrong Excel sheet. So, I have as quarterbacks Dallas, so Dak Prescott, Justin Fields, and then Lamar Jackson in that order.
Okay.
Um, for my 12, 11, and 10. Now, this one, so like ones that I left off, well, maybe you'll announce them, so I won't get into them. But go ahead and give us the news of the day.
Mac Jones not expected to play Thursday.
Wow.
Marlon Mack injures his leg Tuesday. Today. Well, Tuesday. This won't come out Tuesday, but Tyler Lockett increases workload Tuesday. That's it.
Bijan Robinson not listed in the top three running backs
Oh
for the
yeah,
Atlanta Hawks.
that wasn't even in the news, but
Ooh. Oh,
yeah,
you're just gonna leave that one off, buddy?
dude, you don't need to talk that close to your mic. You're just causing all
Oh,
this.
yes, I do. When I'm telling you something important, buddy.
It
This isn't me
recruits.
talking even to your face.
It recruits so much reverb when you do that. Yeah. Do you think that's
Like a
actually
kitty
something?
purring. No, because I went over that earlier. That I think that they leave the rookies off on purpose, and
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
coach is old school. Now that was a little bit on the disrespectful side, though, because that was taking it a little far. So I wonder if there's a little. This is my team, little boy, to the running back from the coach, but we'll
Maybe.
see. So I mean, listen, I'm all for a good coach versus player season where I'm going to play my worst players and we're going to tank this year just to prove a point, especially when I've got a bet on the line.
The Falcons are gonna
So,
be incredible this year.
right, except I did reach out to Arthur Blank, and he got back to me this fine Tuesday morning. And I asked him, I said, hey, listen, like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, obviously. You need a really good quarterback. You've only got so much longer to live. Jerry Jones territory. So take this season for the team, you know, have some fun, play like, all white lines, that sort of thing, make some money, and lose all your games, though. And try to get that first round pick. And he's in. He's in. So he he's gonna trust the process, go for that first round pick, and then go for the Super Bowl next year. You know.
That is
Sorry.
shocking. That was a long DM you had with him.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot. It was more of like a There's like a video message, like a cameo. You know,
Oh yeah.
you can do the cameo, and so I paid $100, and that's the message he sent me back. You know, I sent him a message, and then he recorded a video for me.
Very nice.
He wasn't wearing any clothes, which was not part of my request, but
Yeah, that's a little
I'll take
frightening.
it. I'll take it. No, it's great.
All right. So we're getting into our top 12. Do you want to lead off? You want me to lead off with number 9?
Yeah, I can lead off. Okay, so in my number 9 spot, and we've already talked about him a little bit, I've got Geno Smith.
Very nice.
We don't have to spend a lot of time on that, but I think even though he may not be a premier quarterback, he's got quite possibly the best wide receiver room this year. So I've got him ninth. And watch yesterday's YouTube if you want to see the full breakdown of why. But yeah, yep. What about you? What
So
you
you
got
think?
going on at ninth?
Well, I want to just touch on what you just said. You said you think he has the best wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Really? So you think DK
Yep.
Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and
Tyler Lockett and Jackson Smith and Nigba. Yep.
his name's not Enigma.
And Jigba. Sorry.
Yeah.
Smith and Jigba. I'm going to be messing that one up a lot.
Yeah, that was funny.
Especially after I get done watching Arthur Blank send me sexy time cameos.
Oh no. All right. Yeah, we talked about him a lot in the last one, so we don't need to keep talking about him. My number 9 is Deshaun Watson.
Wait a second. You don't think those are the best 3 wide receivers?
The best
I mean, I guess he's a
3?
rookie, so you don't know. Yeah, but best 3. Like 3 combo.
I don't know. I think.
Cincinnati's the only other one I'd let you contend with.
Give me a second. Why is it so hard to pull up rosters of teams?
Hey, give me a team that you're thinking of, and I'll tell you who their wide receivers are. The top 3.
Cowboys and the
Cowboys. You got. So Cowboys is CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup.
Yes.
That's not getting you excited.
No, but I think they're consistent people that are good, and I think that those 3 are better than. I think CeeDee Lamb is better than DK Metcalf.
Whoa! Wow! Oh, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like monstrously different. And
No.
then Tyler Lock is definitely better than Brandon Cooks, and I'm willing to bet that JSN is better than Michael Gallup this year. I mean, Michael Gallup had the opportunity to be great last year, and he wasn't.
Well, we talked about that. Like his knee injury, coming back from a knee injury, is usually 2 years. Then the other team I thought of was the Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not a big Calvin Ridley guy. I just having Le'Veon Bell flashbacks, taking 2 years off and then trying to come back as a premium player.
Yeah, there are different positions though. Like, has a wide receiver done that and been bad? Like,
Antonio Brown.
did he go away for 2 years, or he just became bad all of a
Mhm.
sudden?
He was gone for 2 years.
Uh,
And then you got who was the Cowboys receiver? The one that caught the touchdown or caught the pass that ended up being a fumble for Aaron Rodgers to win his Super Bowl. Fake news.
I can't
Tony
remember.
Romo should have a Super Bowl ring. Anyways, that
Yeah.
guy.
Can't remember.
Yep. I don't know. It happens. Anytime a guy takes, especially as a professional athlete, and then also just he's that much older. There's not a lot of opportunity for things to go really well. There's a lot of opportunity for things to go really badly though. So that's all. But okay, all right. So like contender, yeah, it's possible. Um,
But I
you know,
do think that,
Cincinnati's Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, which
yeah,
is good. But
I'd say their Seahawks have better three than a lot of teams, though. You are right at that. But,
yep,
yep.
yep. Okay, sorry, I interrupted your number 9.
Oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson's my number 9.
John Watson. Yep, I've got him ranked 14th actually.
Really?
Ooh. Yeah, but tell us why you think he's ninth.
I think their offensive line is second, right?
Yep, true.
They've improved it a lot. And Deshaun Watson has a whole year with his team this year to get good. And hopefully that's enough for them to get to be a good team, actually. Because I think that he has the potential, or he has shown that he's a very good quarterback. And having it not played in so long is, I think, is the only reason why he did so bad coming back last year. And I think he'll just be back to being a top 10 quarterback this year.
Yeah,
And his
I
wide
mean, I
receiver
could see
room
it.
is good.
It's okay. It's Amari Cooper, Eli Moore, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, which, you know, Eli Moore, I was a big believer in last year, and obviously was pretty disappointing on the Jets, but it was the Jets, so it's hard to hold that against him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Amari Cooper, he's getting into that scary old range. And then Donovan's Peoples Jones is just kind of it's a long name. That's about all I got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do they have at running back this year? They have a bad running back.
Oh, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
What?
No.
It's Nick Chubb. Oh,
The
bad running back.
the Bears lost Montgomery.
Yeah, correct. Right, and they're running with Khalil Herbert
Yeah.
and Deontay Foreman.
So Nick Chubb's supposed to catch passes, which will be hopefully happening.
Doubt it. I mean, it's not like Deshaun Watson was passing to his running back a bunch when he was on the Texans.
Well, I mean, the coaches they're saying they want to have Nick Chubb catch the ball, and who knows what their offense is going to look like. It's a risky pick, but he's been very good before, and I think he's got a lot to prove this year, or else he could just be cut. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem with guys like that is like, is that you know, it's my Tiger Woods theory, right? You take away the side chicks, you take away the greatness, and I doubt he's got his side chicks anymore, which means he's just frustrated all the time, inaccurate, wishing he was with them out on the football field, throwing balls, but not the kind of balls he wants to be throwing, just restless. There's a downfall of Tiger Woods. There was a downfall of Deshaun Watson. I don't know that he can recover from that.
oh man, and that's some deep analysis right there into the football player.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but you think the wide receivers are good enough that he could be good, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I included him, so I threw him in on my top 15.
Yeah.
So I got him at 14. Got him right above Brock Purdy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I got Brock Purdy 15th, and that is strictly off of personnel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what you got to. You can't put him lower with that team. It's an insane team.
Right. Like, I think that you could be quarterback 15 on the year if you stayed healthy the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think your electrical cord in the back could be quarterback 15 on that team,
They just put it on there.
whipping the ball around. just Christian McCaffrey flicks the back of his heel to whip the ball
Yeah.
as he's running away. Yep.
Christian McCaffrey could just end up being their quarterback the whole year.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be a
Okay, so you
crazy
got
streak.
Cleveland number 9. Okay, so I got Trevor Lawrence listed as ninth.
Okay, I have him
You got
fifth.
you got him fifth.
Yes.
I figured you'd have him ranked. But that's kind of the difference of what I was talking about where I don't trust his wide receiver room as much as you do, you know. So
Well, you trust him
some
enough.
yeah, I mean there's a lot of talent on the team and then they got a great run game. Um and then but like here's some scary stuff of like Calvin Ridley, I already talked about my nervousness with him. Christian Kirk had the most efficient wide receiver football season of all time. Of all
Yes.
time. And it's Christian Kirk. And like, have you seen a picture of that guy?
Yes, I have. And that
Yeah.
you don't think that he had that season because of Trevor Lawrence being a great quarterback.
I think he did have that season because Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback. So, but I don't think that like you can do that again. I don't think you can be the most efficient like just like I'm nervous about George Kittle being a top 5 tight end for the same reasons. I
Yeah.
mean, he scored like 8 touchdowns on 12 catches. That is incredible. You know, um, that's not real, but the only thing. Okay, so this is I've been waiting to get to Jacksonville because I heard this. I heard this girl telling me the. Let me just double check something real quick. Who were we talking about?
Trevor Lawrence.
No. Christian Kirk.
Yes.
Okay, let me just. Oh yeah. Okay. So I heard this girl was telling me, which now I can't help but think it. So when I see you and when I think of Christian Kirk, she was telling me like when she was in high school, or middle school, and she's an attractive girl, and this kid walked up to her and just was like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" And she's flustered. He's like flirting with her, and she's in middle school, and he goes, all the bad bitches have giant foreheads, and then just walked away. And and so then I'm looking at her, and she's got a huge forehead, and so then I was like, hey, maybe Calvin over here with his 50% forehead. And then when I look at Christian Kirk, I think of the same thing. I'm like, God, that guy's forehead, although it's not like high, somehow it's wide. It's super wide. It's like this.
He's got a strange head.
He's got a noggin.
He
So
does.
maybe he could be the best wide receiver in football this year.
Well, I think adding Calvin Ridley it makes the oh man the first three pictures when you search. I'm just gonna show the screen. When you search Christian Kirk, the first three pictures are just bad with his forehead.
Right. You popping it up?
It just disappeared on my screen. I can't pull it up. I pulled it up on the or on the recording, but I can't show you for some reason.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you just search Christian Kirk on Google, the first three is just bad forehead pictures.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe it's the haircut. Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
his eyebrows are too low.
That
There's
could be
something
it.
about it.
He's got a low eyebrows.
But I might, cause like the next person that comes to mind football wise, like right off the top of my head, is the sheriff. You know, Peyton Manning. You could play a game of football on Peyton Manning's forehead.
Yeah, you could play a
So
game of hockey on Christian Kirk's forehead. He's got the
yeah, it's wide enough. So
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with a new ranking, adding to my, you know, maybe it's like worth 2 extra points in my rankings for a giant forehead.
I mean,
Just
that's one
redo all
Hall of
my
Famer who has a giant forehead, so could be
yeah,
two.
yep. Okay, let's see. That was your eighth. That was my eighth pick.
Yeah, no, that was your ninth.
So what's your eighth?
Or no, that was your eighth. Sorry.
Jacksonville. That was
Yeah,
my eighth.
yeah.
Jacksonville's my eighth.
My
Yep.
eighth
So
is
what's
Lamar
your eighth?
Jackson.
Lamar.
Lamar
Okay,
Jackson.
so you go ahead and talk about him because I've already went over him.
Yeah, you had him pretty high. I have him pretty high compared to other people. Other people have him. Oh, actually, oh yeah, no. Other people have him like sixth, which is a little higher than me. Like the fantasy footballers have him sink sixth. I think,
Yeah, I think 6 is normal.
yeah. So I think he's just. I think he'll be a good quarterback. I think he also could just be injury prone forever and just never be able to play a whole season because he hasn't been able
Yep.
to in the past 3 years or 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but he's not that old though. That's what's surprising is he's injury prone and he's not that old. But and his I'm not a huge fan of his team either. They're they have oh man, let me try finding them. What do you know what they're ranked? Oh yeah, they're ranked 15th on PFF for offensive line, which isn't horrible. They went down two from last year. Oh no, that's the Vikings. Sorry, they are not 15th. Oh boy, where are the Ravens?
The Ravens are in Baltimore.
No, where are they in the offensive line? Are they up higher?
They're fourth. They're fourth.
Oh, so they have a good offensive line.
Great offensive line. Got a little worse this year. I the listen. There are several players on Baltimore that are top 5 potential in skill if health is available, especially because the offensive line is boss.
Yeah, like Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, and Lamar Jackson. I don't think Odell Beckham's going to do anything this year. I don't know why he gets so hyped up for for off season, but and he's listed as their number one wide receiver right now, which is crazy. And then
Right.
Rashad Bateman could be a good wide receiver, but yeah, they're just wide receivers are not that great and rookies,
No.
so it's just Mark Andrews, and if he goes down, Lamar's just gonna have to run
Yep.
to be a top five.
And then if he down, then the teams do better.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I'm staying away from almost everybody on Baltimore. I learned my lesson back when Marquise Brown was on there, and I don't draft any Baltimore players.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, but it's so funny because he's in our top 12. He's in your top 12 too, right? Lamar Jackson.
He's 12th. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, because he can run. I mean,
Yeah.
if
That
he
is
runs
true.
700 yards, I mean, it's like similarly, like I left him off of here, but I wonder if, like, I need to redo some of my numbers, and I'm probably, I like if it's draft wise, so personally, right, the way
Yeah.
that I'm drafting people based on their ADP, right, this has nothing to do with my actual quarterback rankings, but I'm drafting Jalen Hurts. That's the first quarterback I would try to take. And then Josh Allen. And those guys go in round 2 and round 3. I'm not drafting Patrick Mahomes in the first or second round. I'm just not doing it. Even though he was the best quarterback in fantasy, I can't. Um, and then, but then the next person that I'm drafting is actually Fields because I can get him so much further down.
Yeah.
So I can wait, and like Trevor Lawrence will go in front of him, and Lamar Jackson will go in front of him, and I'm like, hey, I can get a solid 20 points a game hopefully out of this guy, you know. because he's just gonna run. And then after that, I'm actually like Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones are like back to back in the 8th round,
I was gonna
and
say
I love both of them at that spot.
Daniel Jones has ran
Yeah.
600
Yep.
yards last year.
Right. And if he can just a little bit cut down on the turnovers, the problem is if he cuts down on the turnovers, he's probably cutting down on the chucking the ball out of panic and he wings it. But Love's like he's got some runners on that team, so it ends up working out sometimes. But
And he has Darren
yeah.
Waller this year, who is a very
Yep.
fast
Who
tight
supposedly
end.
looks very healthy.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So he's just old. Um but yeah, I mean he's not even in my top 12 because I just they have 18 wide receivers, and I don't think any of them are listed as starters.
yeah,
So I didn't put them on here because I can't. Like
yeah.
I just can't.
It'd be yeah. It's ranking them by how good they might do versus like if you're drafting them or not is two different two different things on
Right,
when you're
right.
drafting them. Because
Yeah.
I definitely am
Right,
not
'cause-
drafting a lot of these quarterbacks just by where they're going.
Well, the other thing too is like it depends on how you play. Some people love having gotta have a top QB1, which I do. I do like that a lot, but it really depends on where I'm drafting. Like I've had a lot of success the last few years having Josh Allen. I try to get Josh Allen in every single draft, and um, you know, I if the value is there, then it's really nice having a quarterback that is gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna kind of push you a little bit over the top and make up for some room. But yeah, it's definitely like the quarterbacks all this year. I think there's a lot of great quarterbacks, so I don't think it's as much of a priority in the draft to be grabbing these guys.
Yeah.
So
And when you go
that's my
early,
13 cents.
yeah, if you go early with a quarterback like 2 or 3, like you are, you're giving up a very good wide receiver in those rounds to get that.
Right.
So it is just play
Yep.
style. Like if you think you can get more value out of people later and stuff like that.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
All right, you're number 7.
Well, we gotta do our seventh. Okay. I got Jared Goff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and I'm just gonna break this down real quick for you. So, Jared Goff, right? What was he last year?
He was 10th.
Right. So, 10th last year with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Lord knows who else was on that team. Okay. He's got 2 catching running backs this year, right? So, and they're both upgrades from what they had last year. DeAndre Swift would have been great if he was alive to play any football, but
Yeah.
he just wasn't. And then he pissed the coaches off, and so, I'm excited to see like if Montgomery can stay healthy, if Gibbs turns out to be the world beater he's supposed to be, and then also you got Jason Williams, is finally supposed to play that
Jameson.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameson. So, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is still good, and Jared Goff, like I had Jared Goff in fantasy the year, so I had him and Patrick Mahomes as both of my quarterbacks the year that they were, hey, this is going to be the first 100-point game, and everybody was hyped up for it. And I remember in that year, I had more trade offers for Goff than I did Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, that performance was incredible. So he's got the ability, and he's got the staff. He's got an offensive line that's incredible. Their offense is going to be sweet this year.
It does. It's exciting. Yeah.
Yep. And so, I think he's going to play well this year, and so yeah, I mean, again, part of the reason I'm ranking him here too is like you can get him at the end of a draft. You get him with your fourth to last pick type of thing.
Yeah, I think
So
he doesn't have any running really, which is the only bummer for being a top
right,
5, which is crazy. But yeah,
yeah,
drafting position. Yeah, I'll just do mine real quick because we talked about him a lot already. I'd put Justin Fields as 7th.
Justin Fields.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just got
yeah, makes sense.
super potential to be Jalen Hurts level top 3 quarterback this year if he
Yeah,
can throw the ball more than he did last year, like we talked about, and I think the running will go down potentially, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they play this year with more offense and better, or they have worse running backs this year. So I don't know. It'll be interesting.
yeah.
He does have better wide receivers though.
Yeah, yep, yeah. We'll see. I mean, the let's see, who is the oldest quarterback? Ooh, Aaron Rodgers. Sheesh.
Is he like 41?
He's 39.
Yeah.
But Jared Goff's not, or Jared Goff's only 28. Derek Carr and Geno Smith are both 32. And then you got Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins are going to be 35 this year.
Oh boy.
Everybody else is pretty young. Man, I'll forget Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still only 27.
Yeah, it's nuts. What's Josh Allen? He's younger than him, isn't he? Same age?
Barely. He's 27. Yep. Lamar Jackson's 26.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know.
Justin Herbert's 25.
It's crazy.
So, yep.
Got a lot of
It
years.
is wild.
And Tua is like 25.
Let's see.
25.4.
Yep.
Got a lot of young quarterbacks that are going to be good for a while. It looks like.
Right. Yep. Wow, Dak Prescott's 30? I guess he has been, quarterback since Tony Romo was kicked out. Poor Tony Romo.
Guess how old Baker
Sorry,
Mayfield is?
Would you say, isn't he 30?
No, he's 20. He's only 28.
Oh. Who'd you say you had for 7th?
Justin Fields.
Oh. Who'd you have for 6th?
Are we doing 6th?
No, but I thought you had already told me them.
No.
Like I thought it was already somebody that I picked. Okay, just double check. It's not Purdy, Watson, Herbert, Dak, Fields, Jackson,
Herbert is 6th.
Smith, Lawrence.
Herbert
is 6th?
Yes.
Okay. I think we talked about that because I have him as my 13th quarterback.
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
I don't know. Like, Keenan Allen's 32 this year. Mike Williams is,
28.
you can get 8 solid games out of him before he gets injured. And then they got a rookie that's supposed to be their third. And Austin Eckler might hold out. And then Gerald Everett's their tight end. And last year they weren't great.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about Herbert. Now, that being said, what did he throw the ball last year? I mean, I think he threw 100 more times than the next closest person.
I don't know how much he threw last year. He was 11th QB last year. 104 red zone attempts.
Right.
Where's pass attempts? I can't find that. Oh, 699.
Justin Herbert?
Yep.
Yeah. And then what was like the next closest?
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow. Tom Brady threw more than he did.
Yeah, Tom Brady
Patrick
threw.
Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes was 648,
Yeah.
so it was 50 more.
He
Yeah,
just
so like he was.
he
What's
just
wild
passing it.
is he also had the third best completion rate.
Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
because he just tossed it to
Yep.
Austin Eckler every single time. That's probably where
Right.
all
Oh
those
yeah.
pass attempts were.
Yep. Man, Patrick Mahomes had 41 touchdowns. That is just crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this one up. We'll continue with our 6 through 4 next time, and then we'll get to our 3 through 1 after that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.